It's Ajay and Ryan on the AandRPodcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the AandRPodcast. I'm AJ.
And I'm Ryan.
Oh, I like that. I liked it. Okay. I'm gonna start a little differently. All right, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
So to start today's episode, we're gonna start with headline of the week. You guys know what headline of the week is? It's a weekly segment where I find a headline, old or new, and me and Ryan
have a little talk about it. This is a switch up.
This is arguably the most important and amazing headline ever, and it's something to do with you, and it's something to do with me. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In this week's headline of the week, the AandRPodcast hits its 200th episode! Woo!
Wait, is it actually?
It is. It's our 200th episode.
Oh my god, I didn't even realise.
I as soon as I went on that tangent, I was like, he has no idea what I'm talking about until I say it. 200 episodes.
200.
That is crazy.
200 of pure commitment and dedication. Even though that's
Other than the ones we skipped.
We won't talk about those ones.
To be fair, we started in the 20. Oh, I forgot our anniversary.
2019.
It's 2019. I think it was the 24th of October, 2019. So we started 4 years and 1 month ago.
No, 2018.
No, 2019.
No. Was it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was because whenever my sister got married, which was then. Because that was the October that I come back and my sister was married, I think. Or I went before, I can't remember.
I like how you're trying to convince, you're trying to convince me that it's 2019, even though I said it was. You're like, yeah, because that was the year, you idiot.
Yeah, it's slightly irrelevant.
I cannot believe we've hit 4 years. I'm about to cry.
Don't you think it's mad? 200 episodes in 4 years. Is that quick or not?
We've done more than 200 because we deemed some of them as like specials and special episodes. So we probably hit a little bit more than 200. But I think on average we've done one a week, even on the weeks we've missed, because we've done special episodes. On average we've done one a week because it takes 204 episodes to do 208 episodes to do 4 full years, because it's 52 weeks in a year.
Right.
And if you do that for 4 years, so we've done 213, I believe, total episodes. So we've done more than a one per week on average, just about.
Hold on. 52 times 4. Yeah, 52 times 4 is 208. So episode a week. Yeah, fuck it, yeah. So
we basically stayed so committed to this podcast. I genuinely cannot. The thing is, everything else in life feels like it's moved really slowly, but this feels like, I don't know how, because in terms of minutes, right? I'm saying on average podcast is 25 minutes, give or take. Not fairly short podcast. 25 minutes times 213 episodes divided by 16 hours. So that on the internet there is 89 hours of us just talking. Which is bonkers.
There's some poor ears out there.
Which is absolutely bonkers.
Mate, imagine knowing that there's 89 hours of us and you've not gained one piece of knowledge ever from it.
No, they heard about the girl from Amsterdam story last week, if they hadn't heard it already.
True, that is like valuable knowledge and must have.
So if Monday at midnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monday midnight, you started listening to the AandRPodcast.
Yeah. You
would not be finished listening to all of our episodes, including right now, until... Hold on.
Is it a week?
No. No. You would not be finished listening till about midway through Thursday. Just after, afternoon Thursday. That's us constantly talking from then until Thursday, which is absolutely crazy.
So, wait, if you listen from midnight tonight?
No, so from midnight, just gone. So... If you listen from a midnight on a Monday, so the first second of a Monday, and continuously listen to our podcast,
3 days-ish.
3.5 days. Mm-hmm. Actually, 3.69 days. Nice.
Hold on, divided by... So what was I thinking? Yeah, 3.6. Yeah, 3.69. So just under 4 days.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Just under 4 days.
That's mad.
Which, I mean, like, I feel like I'm going to play some of these, not all of the podcasts, to be like my kids. Like, because my kids will be like, or your kids.
Sad man.
Like, you and your friends were fucking losers.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's certain episodes we can't talk to our kids about.
I think-
Like, your sister's wedding when you got drunk.
Yeah, no.
That's something you can't tell your kids till, like, way later on.
Yeah.
Or, like, me saying I have sex dreams about my friends, which was an early episode.
Who was it again?
You haven't said her name!
Oh, you can tell me after.
I'll text it to you now, and then you can don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
I think I know who it was. I think
There was a couple. They were the two that I had them like consecutive nights and multiple times.
To be fair, many nights I can say the same as well.
Fair.
Probably
Fair.
have.
Yeah, fair. Yeah. So I firstly, right, want to say thank you to all of our lovely audience members who have listened to us over the years. But I always thank everyone at the end of every episode. But I also want to say thank you to my amazing co-host Ryan, who this whole show. Thanks for ruining it. Who this whole show would not be possible without him.
But I can say the same. It takes two to tango, my friend.
Okay, we're both great.
Exactly. We're both. Let's put it this way: if one of us dropped out now, we probably wouldn't continue by ourselves.
If you did, I would convince. Like, would you like dropped out as in how? Like, if you quit the show or if you died?
No, if I was just like, look, it's too much. I can't do it anymore.
What, speaking to your best friends for 1 hour a week is
Yeah,
too much?
Yeah.
That's too much for you.
Oh, I don't know. Something happened to me.
When you first started dating your girlfriend, you used to drive half an hour to drive her 5 minutes to her house and then go back home, and I'm an hour too much for you. You know, this is the last episode.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying.
I quit. I know I can't do this anymore.
Okay, I died. What happened if I died?
Oh, I'd get Ivani to be the co-host of the show.
Would you rinse my kind of like reacting to Ryan's death?
Do you know what? I feel like I've actually thought about this before.
I think we spoke about it.
Because I feel like I always think like, okay, what would actually get us to stop doing this? Because we always have 1 hour free in a week, and if we're not, we can miss it. We can go back to it. Like, It's never not going to be that we don't have time to do it or whatever. Like, editing it doesn't take that long. But I was like, what would conceivably get us to stop? And I was like, an argument, which we don't really have. Like, there's nothing we can really argue about. I slept with your wife, Ron.
I don't have one.
The baby comes out brown. You're like, okay, yeah, the show's over.
I'll be like, there's something not right in it there. Right.
Well, we fight, but which we never do. Like, conceivably, like, there's not a real reason we would fight. Or you die, or one of us dies. So my school of thought is, if you die, I would first like talk to your parents, being like, one, is it okay if I continue the if I continue the show, I would either do like one episode as like a goodbye, as a memorial, plus like your best moments, stuff like that. an in memoriam show. What is so funny about that?
Man, it's just gonna be like 5 minutes of just random stuff. I could just imagine it.
No, it's just like my like eulogy to you with like saying, or like, yeah, my like dialogue about like he was a good friend, like crying, and then it just cuts to your best moments.
What's that guy? Technoblade. It'd be a bit like that.
Oh yeah,
That's a horrible one as well.
Yeah,
that's
bad.
That's a tough watch. That is, but yeah.
No, I don't think it would, because I feel like I'd make it quite. If you died, I feel like I'd try and hide the sadness with comedy, and everyone would hate me. Like, if you died, I'd turn up at your house and be like, to Ivani. I can't do that.
Can I move
it? No, have you seen that Key and Peele sketch where his wife is dying? and she's like,
I think,
"You promised me you won't
yeah,
sleep with another man,"
yeah,
and he's like, "Quit hearing."
I have seen that. I think that's one of the ones you sent me.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, so I'd either do like an in memoriam episode, or I'd find another way to continue the show. Like I'd either do it with with Ivane, the show, or I'd sorry, stupid joke, or I'd do the show with Joe because obviously he was a big part of the whole thing, and I'd continue the legacy. But I wouldn't change the name. Like if Ivane or Joe, if I changed the name, I just edited their face on the logo, that'd be so horrible.
Completely just remove everything. To be fair though, it wouldn't make you'd have to change it somehow, because you wouldn't, if it was Joe, he wouldn't even be like mentioned. If it, he couldn't be called the A&R.
No, it has to be. It has to be.
I suppose it could be, but I suppose because
it's legacy.
Yeah, A&R doesn't really change anything, I suppose.
No, like the name. That is one thing I guarantee. If you die, the name will never change ever.
Yeah.
It's such a shit name.
Oh, it's so it's just lazy.
The thing is, I think 4 years ago, 4 years, that is my one regret of the podcast, really, not having a better name.
Not having, yeah. I mean, we can't even rebrand, can we?
No, the thing is, I think we had this conversation about 20 episodes in. We definitely could have done it then, but we were like, it's too late, we've committed. We're 200 in now, there is no way we can rebrand.
The thing is, I'm glad that we haven't even thought of an even better, like, we haven't thought of something that we could go to, because that would be the worst, where it's like, we thought of a really good thing, but...
the Birmingham Buddies.
Oh my no.
Welcome back to the Birmingham Buddies podcast.
Where we don't sound pretty at all.
The Solihull Slags podcast. Okay, it's dumb. No, yeah, but like we never thought of creating a new name. I think the levels have gone up on this podcast though. Like the audio quality, the editing, the logo, everything. Since I've listened to our first episode back recently, and it was shit.
Well, yeah, but it's like that's like that with every people's first YouTube videos, but they record on like a toaster. You know what I mean? It's everything just improves with time.
I mean, yeah, I think
like what felt like ages ago.
What when we had Jen Mint on?
No, when we started doing like the videos and stuff.
That does feel like I think that's. It's not a year just yet.
No,
since we stopped doing the videos. Yeah, I remember buying Final Cut Pro, and I thought I was such a good editor. Not at all. I'm getting a lot better, to be fair. Just doing other things, not.
Oh yeah, obviously it's one of them where if you play about, you just get good at it.
But I think we have better banter over like online.
Yeah, and it just it just works out better, to be honest. Logistical and kind of just time. Not saying it was hard to always go to yours, but because it wasn't, we made it work. But it's just now, it's just so much more convenient. Yeah, like before we had like a set time, we do this and we can't be flexible. Now we can be very flexible about it. Also, we've had better guests online. So that's my first question for you. Yes.
Who has been your favourite guest in 200 episodes of the podcast?
David Howard Thornton.
The Terrifier. That doesn't it, like, you know what? I realised, so we watched the Terrifier 2 movie, and then the Terrifier 2 kill count came out on the Dead Meat channel that I talk about. I watched that, and it put a shot of his face, and I was like, yeah, he's familiar. And then I had this like really weird out of body experience, which was like, fuck, we interviewed him. Like, he was on this show, which is crazy.
Maybe we should reach out again and ask for about...
I did.
Oh, nothing.
No, he messaged back, but he was very nice about it. He said, like, I'm really sorry, I'm busy filming, like, I don't have time. And I was like, that is absolutely fine. Like,
yeah, but I really enjoyed having him on, just because I enjoyed the film so much.
Yes, I mean, we gotta give a shout out to our girl, Izzy.
Well, yes, she's been a recurring guest.
And the thing is, she actually loves coming on the show as well. I don't know why, because we ask the same questions every year.
If Arsenal didn't win the league,
I need to listen to that back, actually.
Because there was a deal, wasn't there? because she was like Arsenal because they were top by a couple of, they were like 6 points clear or something like that by that time.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, we're gonna win," and I was like, "Oh."
Well,
Do you know what? They might actually be top when we do this again because we do it in March around sort of every year, which is quite fun.
yeah.
Like I quite enjoy. It's kind of like that friend who you have who you rarely ever see, but when you see them, it's really nice to catch up and talk to them. It's like that.
Yeah.
I think outside of like our friends and Izzy who've come on the show multiple times, I think my favorite one-off guest was Tally.
Was who?
Tally Roden, the archer.
Tabby, was like, we haven't never had a Tabby. It's stunt
Woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say lady. Then is that what thing?
Stunt lady? Yeah, I'd take it.
Is it stunt double? Or is it stunt? I don't know how you say it, but yeah, that was another good episode. So we've had a. Was she the one who did? Shot in what's that film with? Is it Chris Hemsworth? Am I thinking?
Oh, Bad Times at the El Royale.
Yes. Is that the one? Am I getting that right?
Yes.
And Arrow. Is it Arrow?
Yeah. That's what I that was like my favorite part of it.
Yeah, because obviously I know you were heavily into Arrow at that point.
I was like fangirling. I was like, oh my god. Oh, by the way, I think so I don't know if Varney's told you this, right? But back in the day, I used to be into. This is really random. I don't know why I'm saying this now. It could be for next episode, whatever. It's just while I'm scrolling down to see who our first guest was and just reading the names of our guests just to thank them. So I think that. Well, when I first started speaking to Varney, I used to watch Grey's Anatomy.
Yep. Okay.
Like ages ago.
Yeah.
And like after a certain point, which was really early on in the show, like this was like 2015.
Yeah.
Probably like 2 seasons in, I made the point of being like, oh, Varney, this is fucking dog, mate. This is shit. I hate it. And I've now started rewatching it, and it actually slaps.
I think Varney's still watching it with her sister. I think they're rewatching the whole thing, but I thought it got bad once Patrick Dempsey left.
I forgot everything that happened.
Okay.
But I think I know what you're going to say. It's the part that Varney doesn't like, isn't it?
Yeah, the one where...
Yeah. Do you know what? I actually hate you for this. Do you know why? Because you had to hear about how sad she was, it picking past. I lived through it.
Yeah, but I've lived through other things that you haven't.
Fair.
So, 1-1.
Swings around. As if you're saying that's 1-1. I was there for like one time she was sad about a TV show, and you were just like, she's been sad so many times since 1-0. That's true.
Yeah, probably 5-0 up, mate.
Okay, so in terms of guests, we've had your lovely girlfriend, Ivani.
Yeah. Are these like
was our
people,
first guest? No, sorry, Joe. Yeah, Joe was our first guest.
Yeah.
Then Ivani. Then we had an episode with Harry Docker, who's our friend.
I don't remember that one.
What was it called? He has a fear of salt. No, it's you as a fear of salt and vinegar.
Yeah, still do.
Yep, shut up. We had Beth Burge.
Yeah, remember that.
Then we had our first guest who we didn't know, Gem Mint Collectibles, which I thought was a really enjoyable episode.
Yeah, he's doing well because I've subscribed to him. I've seen him pop up every now and then.
Oh, he's like killing it, man. He's got mil subs. Now, what's he on? Maybe he blew up after he came on the show.
Yeah, we just gave him all the fame. What is he, Gem?
He's on 150k on Bill.
Okay.
Well, this was like the month where we just went like sicko mode on the guests. So we had Jen Mint.
Yeah.
Then we took a break.
Yeah.
Then we had Tally. Then we had Vincent DeSanti.
Yeah.
Then we had Joe again. Then we had David Howard Thornton.
Yeah.
Then we had Charlotte.
Yeah.
Which, to this day, is still actually our most listened to podcast.
What is it?
It's an hour and 45 minutes.
Jesus.
Which is... I cannot believe we spoke to somebody for that long.
No way we did that.
I feel like it's easier with a guest, though, because with us, we can only talk about the week, whereas a guest, we can talk about their life. Maybe we start getting guests back on.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Then we had our friend Neve, who still had the worst opinion in this podcast history that Monsters Inc.
No, Shrek.
was better than Monsters.
Yeah.
Was it Shrek?
No, Monsters Inc. Better. No, Monsters University was better than Monsters Inc.
Then we had our greatest episode on the podcast, which was the greatest couple on the internet. That one slapped. That one went hard. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think it probably will reflect sad times on someone now.
Oh, you actually won greatest couple on the internet. Your opponent didn't.
By remaining the only one.
Yeah, you're still in the couple.
Yeah.
Sorry, Callum, I'm losing. Then we had Izzy. The first time we had her was the 22nd of March, 2021. I can't believe that's when we first spoke to Izzy, and now it's nearly 3 years later. Then we had Cheney Morrow, who was great. It was a load of fun. Then we had Legally Not the Chase, which had a lot of guests on.
Oh, mate, that was...
Stanley Bolsh.
Oh, God.
Then we had...
a voiceover for that.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I had like a whole trailer. Like the trailer was good. Then Rob Shelton. I completely forgot we had him. To be fair, sorry, Rob. Then we had Ivani again. Then we had our friend Jolie. Then we had Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Which I actually thought was a really underrated episode. Like I really liked that episode.
Basically, Charlie XCX.
Then we had our she's giving up music though, hadn't she?
Has she?
Yeah, I spoke to her and I was like, "When's the album out?" I would love to talk about it. She's like, "There's no album.
Oh,
He's done out. She's living her best life in Ibiza, so fair enough." Then we had Guy Davis, who again, great episode.
Yeah, the director. Yeah,
like he's a great guy. Then we had Joe Derry again.
Great guy.
Great guy. Then we had we didn't have a guest for a while. Then we had Edie Inksetter, who was in the film with Chris Rock. That's probably my favourite segment we've ever done in
Jigsaw. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it was my favourite segment where we played Chris Rock or America's Biggest Cock, where it's Chris Rock or Donald Trump. Yeah. Then we've got Shannon Bashirs, who was again a great guest. Then we had God, some of these titles are so clickbait. Then we had Samas Wu, who do you remember how good he was accent?
Yeah, and all his
on
Instagram, all his fighting stuff he does.
Does he still follow me?
Imagine.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, he follows the podcast account, not me. I don't think he followed me in the first place, to be fair. But he follows the podcast account, so I'll
we would take that as a W.
Yeah. Then we have Ian White.
Yeah.
Don't say it. 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 I will kill you.
I'm not gonna say. Just listen. Just listen to the first 10 minutes. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what? It's Google's fault. It's Google's fault. Google stiff me.
Let me. If I Google it now.
Ian White. He will say he's an avatar. He's not an avatar because he told us.
Ian White, actor. Is he? Well, he is an actor.
Welsh actor and stuntman.
Yeah.
If you go to movies. Oh no! Don't tell me to take it off. Don't tell me to take it off.
It says Avatar. It says
Avatar. It says Avatar. It says Avatar. I told you it says Avatar.
Why? Will it have him in the cast?
I don't know.
It won't have him in the cast, will it?
No, because he's not in it, apparently. So, he's not in Avatar. That's not my fault.
No. Anyway.
So basically, for people who don't know the story, I introed him as star in the film Avatar, and he says, "Sorry, just stop me there. I wasn't in Avatar," and I was like, "Well, this is awkward. I don't know where to go from here."
And there was one bit. Do you know the other bit when I'm about to say we made a joke, and I don't know what the joke was, but he was just like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought he was a really good guest. Like he was very insightful about his shows and stuff. But yeah, and then, probably not one to get back up.
No, I mean, there's nothing bad. I just thought it was. I think it was more. It just shows how
It was very like The
chilled we are.
Office. It's very like The Office, like kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised he even took our interview.
Yeah.
Like half of these people, why are you coming on this show?
It was like if Jim and Dwight were to interview
That's
someone.
basically it.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Dwight? No,
Yeah.
Dwight, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The next one was the FOM boys.
Yes.
Boys.
And the thing is that we see that. Well, I know I've seen them like every a few times
Every
out.
day.
No, every day, like a few times out, and it's like that thing where we just like recognize each other and we just just catch up and say, so it's pretty cool.
Then we actually released another episode with Izzy in 24th of March 2022. So we were the first one in 1st of March and then the second one in 24th of March. Did we have any guests?
I think we
after
took
that?
a long. Is this where did we start? No, we didn't do it online. It just I think
This is where we started in person.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it has been a year then.
Yes. Since we started in person.
Yeah.
Not since we ended in person.
Yeah, since we started, yeah.
Well, because our Halloween episode last year was episode 147.
Yeah, and we did Christmas and stuff, didn't we?
I can't believe I just named an episode Sue. Okay. And then we have my favourite title of a podcast, which Ryan is going to hate when I read it. Are you ready?
The Sun...
No, not Sun Sexton. What is it? What was it?
I can't remember what you renamed it as.
That was a banging title, by the way.
It was.
Episode 156, Lionel Messi, the greatest to ever do it,
yeah.
featuring Joe Derry.
Yeah, that was horrible. You ganged up on me. It was not fair. I shouldn't.
Do you know what?
Have done that one.
I'm actually such a prick. So 156 was Lionel Messi, the greatest to ever do it. 157 was New Year's Same Idiots Volume 4. And then 158 was Ronaldo is a joke. I have such an agenda. 160 Super Smash Brothers Rage. 161 Everton are going down.
160. They're still going. That Rage, Super Smash Brothers Rage.
Do you know what? 163 is called Why Ryan Hates AJ. 164, Ryan got licked by a crackhead.
Yeah, this is my...
On the bus?
No, on the train.
On the train, that was it.
Well, yeah. I didn't get... It was... Yeah. You can listen to the episode or watch it.
Do you know what? One of our podcasts got like 1,000 listens just because of the title, I think.
What is it? KSI?
AI wrote this podcast.
Mad.
Like on our thing, it got like 1,000. I was like, oh, this is great. Then we had Izzy again on the April 3rd, 2023. So we have it in the same sort of time period. So maybe in March we get her back on the show.
Yeah. And
I think that was the last guest we actually
I
had.
think so, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Maybe
Maybe
the ones in person were hard to do.
Yeah, because we can't exactly have people come to our house. No. Yeah. So, I mean, that's it from me. I just want to again say thank you to my co-host Ryan and our lovely audience for supporting us to the show. It's great.
And yeah,
why does that sound so sarcastic? Thank you to
and I
you
didn't mean
too.
it to. It's just not so great at saying thank you. But yeah, obviously it's just one of those things that I think we do. Obviously, we do it because we enjoy it, rather than like we feel like we have to do it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, if we like were overly caring about like being rigid and having a schedule, like we'd literally just come on here and waffle.
Exactly, and it's
it's fun.
It's what we do anyway when we see each other.
Yeah,
we do not talk about anything, like as in our conversation wouldn't change if we weren't recording.
Yeah, we might talk about things that happen in the news that we probably might not talk about if in person,
Yeah.
like unless we remember it. Like it's more structured and we have like our headline of the week. But
Yeah.
like this is how we talk to each other in real life. In real life, we don't change when we come on the show.
Yeah.
Ryan is always that chill, and I'm always on crack.
On smoke.
Yeah, I'm always on smoke. Except Ryan, he yells at me off camera.
I most secretly beat him.
Okay, what is your favourite funniest moment on
It's going to be that the red tube thing. Yeah,
I
I
can
can't. I
remember.
know I can't remember what really happened, but all I know is that I was dying. We were both dying.
Oh, I think it's because I said something. Like I think I was going to say like YouTube, and then I think you cut in on your like RedTube, and I just kind of looked at you like, what?
I thought it was something about like I was trying to make an example of a like I don't know. I thought I was supposed to say something.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's what it is. Because
yeah.
we were talking about like internet celebrities who didn't get famous from YouTube, and I was like, I'll name like a site where other people get famous. And you're like, RedTube. And the thing is, usually I'd laugh at that, but because of the content, I think we were having like a fairly serious conversation about something that's happened. It wasn't serious, but it was like
I thought in my. We're gonna have to listen to it back, but I thought in my head, right? I thought that the conversation was about, like I was trying to give an example of, a non-sex like site or something like that, or
maybe it was that. Oh, see, there's been so many funny
exactly.
moments.
We have to listen to that back.
One of my highlights is when you called Wayne Rooney's wife Colin Rooney, not Colleen Rooney. And you're like, oh, that Colin Rooney. And I was like, who? Colleen.
When did it do that?
That was really early on. That was really early on. Another highlight is when I asked Izzy
if she likes to dress up.
If her boyfriend likes to, when she dresses up as a princess.
Do you think, like, thinking back, why did you ask that?
No, because it's quite funny now. No, yeah, I think why the hell did I ask that? But now it's become like such an iconic part of that episode. Yeah. Well, because the thing is, she didn't really get what I was asking. She was just like, "Yeah, I guess." That was a really bad impression, isn't it? It's really dumb.
Yeah.
Izzy, don't listen to this episode.
I don't think she would. Don't worry.
Yeah. Don't worry. She just likes coming on the show. She doesn't listen to this shit. Okay, well, again, I wanted to thank you guys so much for listening. You guys have been amazing throughout this whole process for me and Ryan, so I thank you guys for listening. I've been AJ for your 200th time.
I've been Ryan. 2.
See ya.
See ya.